So I've been getting crafty. I have 9 days left in Korea. I fly out June 2nd. I think I mentioned that. Oh, I got my flight itinerary. That's fun because I leave Incheon International Airport at 5:20 p.m. on June 2nd, and I arrive in Detroit for my connecting flight at 5:35 p.m. on June 2nd. That's 15 minutes, except I still get screwed with that like 12-hour flight because the international dateline is mean. You know how usually I fool around with a pen while I'm talking? Today I have an exacto knife. I'm safe, but no, it retracts. It's also the dullest exacto knife in the history of forever. I've been, like I said, making the cards for going away. We're having my goodbye lunch on Friday. And so I'm hand making all of these little cards for my Korean co-teachers. Inside I'm going to put my email, thanks for putting up with me, I'm glad I shared classes with you, I had a lot of fun, your third graders are cute. So I'm going to decorate these. I have a lot of this paper. It was left in my apartment. Here's the template. It's traditional Korean art paper, and they paint over it. Like they'll attach the paper to like a wooden, I don't think it's technically called a canvas, but they attach it to, they glue it to a piece of wood, and then they'll do the painting over it, and because there's a pattern printed on the paper, it comes out really good. So I've got my hot glue gun, and I've got my papers, and I'm just gluing them together. This one needs some trimming. But as I found out last night, I can't cut a straight line with scissors to save my life, and dullest exacto knife in the world. So I've been doing all of my crafts with this extremely sharp paring knife. But I'm done now. It's still on my desk because I am absolutely determined to hurt myself doing this project somehow. Between the hot glue gun, the knives, and just the fact that I'm playing with paper, I will probably lose a limb with my luck. Oh, wouldn't that be funny if I took my eye out on vlog? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't, but I'd laugh. But it's still there because on my desk, even though I've finished... No, I haven't finished. I still have to make one more card. There are 7 people in the office, and then I'm making them for all of the people who are going to be putting up with me on my journey across the Northeast to get back to my house. Mostly my boyfriend and his family. They probably won't like me by the time they finally get rid of me, but it happens. 9 days, 6 teaching days. 9 full days, 6 teaching days. My glasses are getting wicked glare. I'm excited. And I didn't just mean to talk about how excited I was. Yes! I wrote all this down, and then I put it there with my to-do list that says make a to-do list. I'm smart like that. I went to the DMZ! I went to the baby DMZ, not the cool DMZ. There's multiple DMZ trips, and there's one where you go into the legit heart of the DMZ, and then they take you to the joint security area, and you can go to North Korea. You're in a room, surrounded by armed guards, and I don't even know if there are windows, but you can jump from one side of the room to another and be in North and South Korea. We didn't get that trip. Time constraints, reading comprehension fails, money. I mean, it's more expensive to go to North Korea. But we did the baby DMZ, which takes you to a couple different border villages, and you sort of cross through the security area, and you go to the observation tower so you can see North Korea. You can't go to North Korea, but you can see it. Did I mention that this is retracted? If I'm making you really nervous, there is physically no way that I can poke myself in the eye. I could poke myself and hurt myself, but there's no way that I can actually hurt myself with this, I promise. I just need something to fiddle with, and it's that or a pair of knitting needles or that paring knife, and I feel like I'm more likely to hurt myself with either of those. So baby DMZ looked into North Korea. The coolest part of the whole trip was that they let you go into the third infiltration tunnel, which is the longest infiltration tunnel. I'm going to give you sort of the South Korean perspective on this, and that they found 4 infiltration tunnels dug by North Korea. The North Koreans say the South dug them. The South say the North dug them. The South provides math facts telling you why it's physically impossible for them to have dug them. I don't do math. I'm an English major. So I guess I'll trust their math skills. But it's pretty deep. And you just you go straight, I mean it's an angle, but it's like a really steep angle way the hell down. And then you get to walk to where, I mean the tunnel goes all the way to the North Korean border. So you can't walk in the tunnel that far. I was getting claustrophobic, so I would not have walked in the tunnel that far. But you can see sort of where they've got it blocked off, and you can see that the tunnel just keeps going. And that was the coolest part. Also, you know, we watched a propaganda documentary about how awesome the DMZ is. The DMZ is like the best thing ever because animals live there. And it is great that it's a nature preserve, but they're really trying to put this spin on it. Like at the beginning of the documentary, they flash through all of these pictures of dead soldiers and crying children and starving Korean villagers. And they were like, the Korean War really sucked. But now the DMZ has goats and flowers. And it's gonna be that way forever. Until they reunify, which could happen at any second. Look at the goats. Look at the flowers. There's a bird. Happy. It's the miracle of the DMZ. And you're just kind of like, okay, I don't believe that goats make up for the disgusting loss of human life, but okay, goats, yeah. Nature's living fossil, the goat. Not my words. I don't get it. I didn't think goats were that special, but apparently they are. And they were just showing your standard mountain goats, so it's not like the 5-headed Korean yodeling goat or something cool like that. I don't know, maybe goats are special. I lost my train of thought with my dramatic movie reenactment. Got a luggage tag. Bonjour, Otter. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I hope you can't read that. It has my actual address on it. I don't want stalkers. I don't know. The coolest thing that's happened to me in the past couple of days is completely uninteresting to anyone but me, but I don't know if I've mentioned that my dad used to work in Brazil. He worked there for 7 years, and I've been there twice. And, I mean, obviously, I'm not Brazilian by any sort of measure of ethnicity. Ja ne govoru portugueski, which bonus points if you can figure out what that was. It's the only other language I speak. But he still has a bunch of friends there, but he's been kind of out of contact with them. And through the magical powers of LinkedIn, one of his old friends who I've actually met several times came to our house, did a big interview with me for a school project. Actually found me and contacted me and was like, "Hey, what's up? Tell your dad I say hi. Come back to Brazil." So that's probably the coolest thing that's happened to me in a while. I mean, the DMZ was cool, but no, it was cool. It's really I really recommend going to see the DMZ. I would recommend, if you're gonna take the time to do it, it's a full day trip, pay the extra money, go to North Korea, earn your bragging rights, but the whole thing was really cool. It's just really neat when you hear from long lost people. Let's see, I mean, unless you want to hear the great detailing of how Hannah can't pack. I really can't. I had to ship another box because I own too many shoes. I'm a horrible person. I'm that person. I'm that girl that just compulsively buys shoes and then can't get rid of them and is like, oh, And everyone's like, well, you're 5'8" already, why do you need 5-inch heels? Because I just need them. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I know I'm boring when I'm trying to think, but, yeah, that's it. That's about it. So I'll stop dragging this out because I have nothing else to talk about. We're probably, I have a bunch of links that I need to, like, sort through and organize and put into something, to share. If there's any information that you want about Korea, let me know. I'll try to give it to you. And, yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go finish hot gluing my arts and crafts. I've got some blue ones too. The blue paper is actually prettier. It's not cut out yet, but I think it's prettier than the yellow, but I'd already cut into the yellow for another card that I made. I do a lot with crafty stuff with this paper. I'm really gonna miss it. I hope that when I'm out in the Northwest next year that I can find a Korean, like, area that will sell me this stuff, because it's great. Like, it's so pretty. You can make envelopes out of it, you can make cards out of it, you can paint on it and draw on it, and to attach it to a card and stuff, all you really need is a hot glue gun. So there's crafty fun time with Hannah. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking because you probably lost interest about 11 minutes ago. Have a great night. Or morning. It's probably morning for most of you. I don't know, it's 10:15 here. Have a great night, morning, day, life, and I will see you all in the nearish future. Bye. Where's my mouse? There it is.